Lately, I've been getting some comments that are in utter disbelief and think I am lying and think that this is impossible, and I frankly don't blame them. They're not in the wrong. They're not in the wrong at all. Because the last video, for example, it was crazy fast. It was a ton of stuff in just one video. So in this video, let's just do one thing. Let's just do one kind of meditation that you can start doing immediately. So it's going to take less than 5 minutes. So let's get into it. And I thought we could look at what happens when you close your eyes. See, it's not entirely dark when you close your eyes. In fact, if you look at it, there is like, it's not entirely black, yeah? So just consider that for a moment. Just think about that when your eyes are closed, it's not entirely black. Now, we're gonna think of the colors in a order. We're going from what I consider to be the easiest colors that move the least to a color that is I consider to be a little bit more difficult, okay? So first, just consider that these colors that you see when you close your eyes, that are kind of like always there, hyperimposed on top of the darkness of your eyelids, ponder, which ones of these are the most red, And it's kind of like when you drink a tea that's from a brand where the tea doesn't have any taste, because sometimes some brands have like fruity tea. It's like, so I can taste a little bit of fruit. Think about the tea where it's more of the smell, and then you have to really put in that effort, and then it's like, oh yeah, it's definitely hibiscus. It's definitely hibiscus in this tea, right? Or oh yeah, that very, I can sense the black current of this tea, right? And so we ponder and we close our eyes and we look at the red. Yeah, you can use this as a guided meditation. Just close your eyes and look at all the colors and all the stuff that's moving around. It's not entirely black, and just consider which one of these are red. Can I find a red one? Which area is the most red? Okay? And then after that, we're gonna actually pick it up a notch and go to the color that I find to be the most difficult, because it's very subtle, and that's the spots that are green. It's a very smoky, very dark green for me. So just try to look behind your closed eyes and see if you see the green. That's actually, in my opinion, for me, that's the most difficult one. So if you can do that one with ease, it's like, oh shit, you're better than me. At this one, you're better than me. Okay? And you know that you can see these, because if you squeeze your eyes, then they'll become, the reds, the orange will become really visible. But we're not going to squeeze the eyes. We're just going to look at it at its normal, flat line, zero effort state. We call this state actually Kanika Samadhi. And kan means can, ikke means not, cannot samadhi. I just can't do it. It's too difficult, can't do samadhi. And that's the first samadhi. That's the first samadhi practice. And you know what? It can only take 5 minutes. If it goes on for longer than 5 minutes, then it's not Kanika Samadhi, because you have to close your eyes, and it can only be done when you close your eyes. Your brain waves will slow down from alert beta to alpha state. Okay, you'll become alpha. So only in that transition is where you can practice this. So it's very nice, because it cannot last more than 5 minutes. So if you don't have much time, well, that's, frankly, that's better. It's better to 1 minute between two activities, or just this break from your computer screen. That's fantastic for Kanika Samadhi. Now we're gonna close our eyes. And I want you to look, not where the light is, I want you to look where the darkest patches of movement are located. Yeah? Do you kind of see how this is like a TV signal almost? When the antenna cannot pick up the signal and you get this white snow thing on the screen, it's a little bit like that. But I want you to look at the darkest spots. Where is it the darkest? Where are we lacking color? Where is it dark? You know, just try to identify those spots. Just pay attention to that. You know, there's a picture of a guide probably up on the screen right now. Yeah, you just look at that later. Maybe not even look at it at all. It's just rules of thumb, really. It's just ways to remember and to kind of extend. You don't have to do that. You know, you do this the way that's easiest and most comfortable for you. Now, you know, when you squeeze your eyes, it can get kind of orange and yellow and purple and sometimes green and stuff. And, you know, just without squeezing your eyes, look at the darkness behind your eyes, and it's like, where is the orange? Where is the orange clouds? Where are the orange spots? Where are the orange pigments? Where are those? Just notice them. Just try to find them. Maybe you can't find any. That's okay. You know, the first samadhi is literally called can't do it. That itself is the start. So it's like it's this blockage. It has a bunch of names. Some say it's the Brahma Granthi, the locking of the Brahman. You know, it's like don't think about that. It's just know that if you can't do it, you're doing it right. You're doing it right. But you know, if you can see orange spots, and that's also great. That's also okay. This is natural. This is beginner. This is natural. So if you see orange, wow, great. Frankly, I didn't think you could do it, and you did it anyways. I'm very impressed. And then lastly, you're gonna try to see kind of blue, purple, indigo, those kinds of colors last. Don't stress it, you know. If you can't do it, you can't do it. If you can do it, or you say, that one is maybe one of them is becoming that color. Maybe one, because now we've looked at all the opposites. So, you know, just opposite. So that will be like blue, dark blue, of course, indigo, purple, which is even darker. And just try to see that. Can you see that? Maybe you can. Maybe it's like really subtle. It can be really subtle. And then I want you to lastly imagine a light that is not like that, because it's very important that we start off with a practice that can take us all the way. So this one is called, you're just gonna say, your intention is getting nirvana. And nirvana is, you know, Jesus has this saying, it says, the kingdom of heaven is like the smallest of all seeds. It's the mustard seed. It's so small. But it grows into be the biggest tree. So currently we're at Kanka Samadhi. And yeah, it's like, can't do it, can't get nirvana. Oh my God, it's so difficult. But the intention must be that there's a light. And you cannot see it. You cannot feel it. You cannot know it intellectually. But it's just there, you know? It's just there. And I'm going to make a separate video about this. But it's, you know, it's like, you know, where does the dream come from, for example? It's just suddenly it's there. It's just, what's that? How can this happen? It's just be like, well, I'm going to get nirvana. And just, I can't do it. Yeah, that's right. It's great. It's good. Good samadhi. Very good samadhi. Very good Kanika samadhi. Very impressed. Now you can get nirvana. Try to imagine a light. I mean, it's like, it's not, you don't have to visualize or anything. It's effortless. It's the opposite of trying. It's letting go of trying, okay? And it's just, you're just gonna have to accept it, man. There's a light. It's invisible. You can't see it, you can't visualize it, but it's a light, and it's so bright that it's emitting a rainbow around itself. And you can't feel it. It's just, you can't do it. It's the smallest of all the seeds. It's the mustard seed. It's very, because it's not that. It's the opposite of that. And then it's that. It's like, don't try to understand it. Just go with your intention. Go and get Nirvana. Yeah, just, oh, if you can't do it, then you have Kaneka Samadhi. That's perfect. That's what we're trying to get here. That's what we're actually trying to get. So you just keep winning. Just keep winning. And then we're gonna look at the drawing, and you see at the top, that's like eyes closed. That's what you will have because you trained and you practiced. It's always been there, but you're gonna be, and it's always been colorful, but you're just gonna become more aware of it. And then at the bottom, it's what it's gonna be when you have your eyes open, and when, especially when you look at white, or when you shut the light off, when it's dark in the room, you'll notice it. And it tends to gather at the center and take these kind of like mandala shapes. And that, of course, can lead you into seeing chakras and all kinds of stuff. That's impossible. Don't even try it. I'm just bullshitting you. The chakras are not real. They cannot hurt you. And maybe it's all bullshit, but now you've already done the exercise, so it doesn't really matter. And hey, it may, I'm wrong, you're right, I'm wrong. Okay. So I just want you to know that. Just take care of yourself. You're right, you were right, you were always right, everybody else was wrong. Yeah, and have a good day.